run you down. Don't you know that I'm on your tail? Make those mountains fall. As long as my feet don't fail. When it gets so high, then why my heart is feeling so low? Yeah. When I get so high, then why my heart is feeling so low? I can't stop now. I got too many miles to go. I'm just an old hard rocker running from the dusk till dawn. Yeah, I'm just a midnight walker. Wonder what's it taking so long. When the sun goes down, that's when I'll sing my song. Just an old hard rocker running from the dusk till dawn. Yeah, I'm just a midnight walker. Wonder what's taking so long. When the sun goes down, that's when I sing my song. Know that you're on my trail. I'm gonna run you down. Don't you know that I'm on your tail? Make those mountains fall. As long as my feet don't fail. When it gets so high, then why my heart is feeling so low? Yeah. When I get so high, then why my heart is feeling so low? I can't stop now. I got too many miles to go. I'm just an old hard rocker running from the dusk till dawn. Yeah, I'm just a midnight walker. Wonder what's it taking so long. When the sun goes down, that's when I'll sing my song. Just an old hard rocker running from the dust till dawn. Yeah, I'm just a midnight walker, wonder what is taking so long. When the sun goes down, that's when I sing my song. On my trail, I'm gonna run you down. Don't you know that I'm on your tail? Make those mountains fall, as long as my feet don't fail. When it gets so high, then why my heart is feeling so low. Yeah. When I get so high, then why my heart is feeling so low. I can't stop now. I got too many miles to go. I'm just an old hard rocker running from the dust till dawn. Yeah, I'm just a midnight walker. Wonder what's it taking so long. When the sun goes down, that's when I'll sing my song. Just an old hard rocker running from the dust till dawn. Yeah, I'm just a midnight walker. Wonder what is taking so long. When the sun goes down, that's when I sing my song. On my trail, I'm gonna run you down. Don't you know that I'm on your tail? Make those mountains fall, as long as my feet don't fail. When I get so high, then why my heart is feeling so low. Yeah. When I get so high, then why my heart is feeling so low. I can't stop now. I got too many miles to go. I'm just an old hard rocker, running from the dusk till dawn. Yeah, I'm just a midnight walker, wonder what's taking so long. When the sun goes down, that's when I'll sing my song. Just an old hard rocker, running from the dusk till dawn. Yeah, I'm just a midnight walker, wonder what is taking so long. When the sun goes down, that's when I sing my song. On my trail, I'm gonna run you down. Don't you know that I'm on your tail? Make those mountains fall, as long as my feet don't fail. When I get so high, then why my heart is feeling so low. Yeah. When I get so high, then why my heart is feeling so low. I can't stop now. I got too many miles to go. I'm just an old hard rocker, running from the dusk till dawn. Yeah, I'm just a midnight walker, wonder what's taking so long. When the sun goes down, that's when I'll sing my song. Just an old hard rocker, running from the dusk till dawn. Yeah, I'm just a midnight walker, wonder what is taking so long. When the sun goes down, That's when I sing my song. Gonna run you down, don't you know that you're on my trail? I'm gonna run you down, don't you know that I'm on your tail? Make those mountains fall, as long as my feet don't fail. When I get so high, then why my heart is feeling so low? Yeah. When I get so high, then why my heart is feeling so low? I can't stop now. I got too many miles to go. I'm just an old hard rocker, running from the dusk till dawn. Yeah, I'm just a midnight walker, wonder what's it taking so long. When the sun goes down, that's when I'll sing my song. Just an old hard rocker, running from the dusk till dawn. Yeah, I'm just a midnight walker, wonder what is taking so long. When the sun goes down, that's when I sing my song. On my trail, I'm gonna run you down, don't you know that I'm on your tail? Make those mountains fall, as long as my feet don't fail.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Lottery Live 2025. I'm joined today by my co-host,
Chris Wiggs, 17-time Hardrock finisher, board of directors member and guy who is on pins and needles to find out who gets to take a tour of the San Juans this summer. Dan, your name's in the lottery this year.
Yep, I have 32 tickets going into this one, which Blake Wood crunched all the numbers, and I have about a 10% chance. So, something.
A lot of people would love to have a 10% chance, to tell you the truth. So
yeah, it's quite amazing. We have over 3,000 applicants in the lottery this year, 3,022 people representing 75 countries, as well as every state, including Washington, D.C.
Yeah, which is not yet a state. It's amazing. Dale last night at our Hardrock happy hour
push those guys
commented
live, so
on
the
fact that we had 51 states represented.
Their intros,
so we've added a state.
Bring you on.
But it's really exciting. I'm so right now everybody's hopes are up. The possibilities are there for everyone whose name is in the lottery. I know that there are a lot of people who are gathering to do watch parties and things like that. So as you are watching, put in the chat of YouTube. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're with, and what your hopes are. And most of all, start making plans to be in Silverton, Colorado. Whether you get in or not, we've got room for you. We want you to come. We want you to volunteer. We want you to support the runners that are there and to experience everything that is Camp Hardrock.
Yeah, and we've got a great slate of guests today to help us read off some names. We've got Appalachian Trail speed record holder Tara Dower, Hard Rocker Luke J, Hard Rock hopeful Hannes Gehring, and Hard Rock legend Anna Frost. So just excited to have all those people on the show, as well as any lottery winners that we have. So just going to be a great morning here to read off some names and have a good time. And I
had a Dale sighting there. Yeah. Had a Dale sighting. Really excited that this is really cool. So last year, Dan, when we did this live stream last year, I was in Florida and I was watching and participating on the live stream from my home in Florida. And this year I said, I'm coming out. I'm coming to New Mexico. I'm going to go where Dan is so that we can be together doing the live stream. And Dan, you ditched me.
Yep, I'm up in Los Alamos. Chris is down in Albuquerque, just a short distance away. We had a great happy hour last night at Canteen Brewing Company in Albuquerque. Had a great showing, gave out some great prizes, talked to a lot of people who have a lot of chances in the lottery. So that's pretty exciting. I think the maxed amount of tickets there was 256.
Yeah. We've got a lot of people. We got people watching. I'm looking at the chat. We've got people watching from Greece. Ilias Bacchus is watching from Greece. That is fantastic. I love Greece. Stephanie watching from Orlando. Cody and Logan, Utah. We've got people in Tennessee. We've got people in Washington, all over the place that are watching. So,
hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Good thing that this live stream isn't in the morning in Greece, because we all know Dawn is tough on Greece.
Dan has been hoping there was an opportunity to use that dad joke.
Oh, it's slam dunk.
You got it. It's retired now, though. You can't tell that joke anymore.
Oh,
I know. See, you were hoping that someone from Greece would get in and you could use that joke then. You wasted it.
Don't you tempt me.
Oh, man. Vermont, Wales, Scotland, New York, St. George, Utah, Pennsylvania, Durango. Jason Halliday says greetings from Los Alamos, New Mexico. Canada, Austria, Texas. Man, we have got folks from everywhere. This is super, super exciting. And
looks like we have a guest coming in.
And we have a guest coming to us, absolutely, live from behind the plant and under the mirror.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Fantastic. So what are your hopes and plans for this summer?
Hopes are pretty obvious. I think most everybody here has very similar hopes. So I got the pleasure of doing Hardrock this year for my first time. So after 9 years of doing the lottery, I got the honor of doing my loop. And so I'm in the finisher lottery now. Chances are lower than I did last year. I got in with 128 tickets. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I have a lot of friends in the lottery, lots of names I'm hoping to see. So,
chat wants you to tell us who you are and where you are.
My name's Luke J, and I am coming from my house in Littleton, Colorado.
Yeah, and Luke, you got your first Hardrock last year. What was the biggest surprise to you when you? Because I mean, you've been to Silverton before. What was your biggest surprise to you as a runner for the first time?
I think one of the things that stuck out to me the most was just the energy around a few of the aid stations, Uray and Telluride, and then the aid stations that there are no crew, whether it's Kroger's or Sherman. I saw the aid stations in all different states of consciousness. So I think that was a cool thing because, Hardrock is such a special race, and I volunteered and I've paced, but doing it, being the first time being the runner, you feel like you get to be everybody's kind of focused and trying to help you, and I'm trying to soak in as much as you can from everybody else that's out there on the course. Going up Grant Swamp Pass and down Grant Swamp Pass, I was blown away at how many people were up there. So I thought that was really cool too.
Yeah. So a couple people have said a story about how you ran the last part of the race with your son. What was that like? Was that a pretty fun experience for you? Could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, having my family there, I think was obviously the biggest part of the race. That is the most important to me. And we have two boys, Max and Ryder, and my oldest son, Ryder, he runs cross country and track. And so he was able to do the last 10 with me, which was pretty special. So obviously the last 10 miles, I was not moving as well as he was hoping that I would move. And there was definitely some jabs out there at Dad at how slow he was moving, but it was a good time.
I can relate to that. I had both of my boys pacing me last year, and they both commented on thinking I was going to be going a little bit faster. They also both fell more than I did, though. So
yeah,
it's hard out there.
I did not fall once I fell obviously going down Grant Swamp Pass. I think everybody fell about going down that, but outside of that, I didn't have any major mishaps other than I did kick a rock with my shin right before Cunningham. So
must have been a big rock to be up at your shin.
Yeah, it was one of those ones, kind of like hiding in the bushes.
Yeah. Who would expect to have a rock at a race called Hardrock?
That was it. That was the Hardrock.
That was the one. That was the one. No, we know the one is the one that you get to kiss at the end. What was that like for you, having that? Well, actually, more than that, because to me, what I cherish, you had that moment, those few minutes before you burst out of the woods at the ski slope. You had that time, just you with your son. You're going to finish. He knows you're going to finish. And the world that's tracking you, they assume you're going to finish, but they don't know what kind of state you're in. They're just watching that little dot. What was that experience like, being there with your son for that last bit before the world saw you on the live stream again?
Yeah, super special. I think the boys have seen me working towards this for a while and talking about it and, watching videos and tracking friends over the years. So it was cool. We were actually cranking through the woods there too. You get that little bit of juice knowing you're almost there. And we were cranking through the woods. And then right before we got popped out of the woods there, my younger son, Max, was there with our buddy, Brandon, who had paced me out of Uray up and over Engineer. And it was super special seeing my family there. My parents were there, friends, family. It was all time highlight for sure.
Yeah. Awesome.
Luke, you just released a small film called High Frequency, correct? And could you tell us a little bit about who helped film you who helped film that, the reasoning behind it? Just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, totally. So I have a friend named Brian Davis, Fielder Films. They're out of California, and they wanted to do a film about hard rock. Me and a friend who was a marketing director, we worked for the same company, and he was like, "Hey, I would love to come film your hard rock." And initially, I was a little apprehensive about having somebody come film it, just because it's such a personal thing and something you've been working for so long that it's not like, I don't know, letting somebody into that personal space. Anyway, I said, hey, if Brian films it, I'm in. And so Brian Davis came out. He's done a bunch of surf films. And it was actually his first experience ever being at an ultra marathon. So it was his first ultra marathon experience as like a spectator or crew. And it was the Hardrock 100. So, he kind of had like this amazing experience seeing what the community is. And so I thought he would see it from a little bit different lens than maybe somebody who was in the running industry or the running world. And I've always appreciated his film. So he did a great job filming the race, kind of telling the story. And so it was really cool to work with him. Yeah, check it out. If you go to YouTube, just search High Frequency Hard Rock or High Frequency Rourke, which is the brand that put it out. And you'll find it. It's like 8 minutes long. So
I really enjoyed the opening of the film with you just laying there in the field. That was pretty great way to start it off, and I think an accurate representation of the hard rock course. So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, a little background on that. That's when my buddy Brandon Johnson, who's a good friend of mine, he actually ran in the Olympic trials in the marathon. So he's quite the speedster, and he's done a few things with me. And so I love having his presence around, but it's kind of the first bad patch I hit towards the top of engineer. And I was like, look, man, I got to lay down for a couple minutes. And I didn't realize he was recording on his phone. Had the Cool Runnings quote. So anybody who remembers that movie from back in the day. But yeah, I didn't even know he was recording until I saw the footage later. But I thought it was perfect.
Did you carry an egg?
I did not. What was it? I know at High Lonesome, somebody put a rock, Caleb, the race director, put a rock in somebody's backpack before the race. And then told him after the race I finished, it was like, hey, I put a rock in your pack. And the guy ran the whole 100-mile race with a little rock in his backpack. So yeah.
Yeah, I think all the run committee have vowed to put rocks in Dan's pack if he, when he gets in.
I will be sure to guard my pack carefully so that way I don't have to carry anything extra on the course. Well, when we did the podcast, the one we released this week with Hannes, he threw some shade at you. He said that you set a soft time so that if he gets in this year, he's going to go for your time. He said specifically, he called you his Susie.
He did. Yeah, he did.
Which in hard rock community is an honor.
Yeah, I was actually I listened to the podcast and thought it was awesome to hear, kind of people's perspective. And I've known Hannes for a while, and I feel like we're fairly similar kind of runners, and so I was stoked to hear I was his Susie. But I texted him afterwards, and I was like, how insane would it be if we both got a run at the same year, and then we could, duke it out and talk trash the whole time. But yeah, I think, ideally I would love at some point if I get pulled again to do the race, try to see if I can improve my time. But I have the experience of hard rock outweighs the time that you put up on the course for sure. So I can honestly say that it was one of those races where when my time goals started going out the window as you're moving along, it really didn't matter. And, even though I was, puking all night, I was still pinching myself because I was, doing hard rock, even if I was laying on the side of handies and people going by me asking if I was all right. I was like, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Just waiting for the lightning to strike you, right?
Yeah.
Weather was really good. I was in a t-shirt all the way up and over Handy's, which I was blown away at. So
that's awesome.
That's great. Hey, we continue to have people tell us where they're watching from. And I love this one. Jason Davis says, has 2 tickets and is watching from Placer High School Auditorium in Auburn. So I love that somebody is at the Western States Lottery, but has got us pulled up and paying attention to what we've got going on over here.
I wonder if that person has more tickets in the Western Lottery or more tickets in the Hardrock Lottery.
Jason, you'll have to tell us. Which one is are you more likely to get into? And if you get into both, which one will you do, and why is it Hardrock?
It's a good question. So I got into Hardrock with 128 tickets, and this year I have 128 tickets in Western. So,
wow.
If I get into Western, I think 128 is my lucky number.
Yes. That's very cool. Jason actually doesn't have any tickets there, so so he's there for the community and to support a bunch of friends, I'm sure. But his hopes are with the Hardrock Lottery, which we will be get going in just a few minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna take the lottery live in about the right side of our screen will turn over to entrance right around 10 o'clock, and we'll start reading off names live. Be bringing guests in and kind of enjoying the morning, celebrating those who get in. If Luke, if you don't get in, are you gonna still come on out and help out and volunteer, you think?
Of course, I will be there.
We'd love to hear that. Hear that. I
will definitely be there.
Yeah. Where do you want to be? Where would you want to volunteer? Or would you be supporting? Would you be crewing or pacing?
Yeah, I think to be determined, depending on, if Hannes gets in, I'll just be somewhere on the course trying to, make sure he trips or falls, or maybe I'll pace him and try to take him off course so that he doesn't take my time. No, if I would volunteer anywhere they need help. I think anywhere along that course is pretty cool.
Yeah.
One of my highlights, obviously outside of like your Ray and Telluride, seeing the family, was going over Kroger's. Because, one year I swept the course and pulled flags, and I got to sweep that section of the course, like up and over Kroger's. So doing that during the race was really cool. And I was surprised, but I will say I was the first person to take a shot at Kroger's this year. So I was like, hey, where is this legendary, tequila shot? And they were kind of surprised, and they gave me, it was a very small shot. I will say I purposely asked for a very small shot.
I will tell you that, having been on the tail end of the race this past year, of the run this past year, I think they were trying to get rid of the tequila by the time I came through, because my shot was inordinately large. And I thought this was going to be one of those few years that I could get through all the way around the Tour of the San Juans without losing my stomach. But a healthy shot of tequila right before plowing down Virginia's was not conducive to holding my stomach in.
Yeah, I sat down and, had those little drip of warm liquids and some food and just kind of soaked it in for a minute. Thanked everybody there, because that is the coolest aid station in the world, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. But there are all of the aid stations are special. All the aid stations have unique qualities, and and I think, like you said, wherever they need you, if you volunteer and they say, hey, we really need somebody at a certain spot, you're going to be glad to be at that spot. Especially now, that's a really remote aid station, though. You not just anybody can get up there and volunteer. It's you have to be hearty to do it. And it's mostly a lot of people that have finished it before that you find up there. Yeah,
isn't the saying or the joke that it's just as hard to get into the Kroger's crew as it is to get into Hardrock?
It may be harder. It may actually
be harder.
Well, I mean, well, there are a lot fewer people every year up there for sure. So yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's only room for a couple people, a handful of people up there. So
yeah.
I will say the aid stations where you don't have crew always feel pretty special too, just because I feel like, I volunteered at races and I love being at aid stations where there's not crew, because you can just help the runners out a little bit more. And I think they rely on the aid station, more so than crew.
So we're well known for our food and fare that's out there on the Hardrock course. Brad Bishop and all of his aid station captains do a great job at creating good dishes for runners at aid stations, where every aid station has a unique dish. So what was your favorite food that you had out there on the course? Because let's face it, we're all in ultra running for the snacks. At least that's why I joined.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get to eat any real hearty food. I ate a little bit of bacon at Animus, which is always a good one for me. And then at Cunningham, it was like all pineapple and watermelon. So those were the two most memorable. Unfortunately, everything else wasn't working for me, but so is the case for a lot of high altitude races. I was impressed by the options out on the course. You can find something for everyone. So it was good.
Very cool. Well, hey man, thank you so much for coming on and chatting with us. And, we wish you all the best in the lottery and this summer. Hopefully you'll be out there towing the line one more time. And no matter what, we know that we'll see you in Silverton.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you guys. Special shout out to friends at BP Run watching the live stream, and 7K Running in Salida.
Yep, 7K Running. There've been some shout outs to them in the chat on YouTube as well. So very, very cool. Thanks for watching, guys.
Right on. Thank you.
Great. We're about half hour away from the start of the lottery. We've got open split time up there, which was a great program made by Mark Oveson. We used it this year for the first time for counting ticket entries and things like that. Blake Wood previously was running all of the lottery. He put out the statistics for how many people would get in this year, which is a great resource for those who are curious. Head on over to hardrock100.com if you want to see that odds sheet.
You'll also see the number that we're drawing in each of the 4 categories. We have male finishers, female finishers, male nevers, and female nevers. And one of the things you'll notice is that the percentage has skewed a little bit more toward the nevers this year. There are more never spots that are going to be filled than finishers spots. And that's reflective of the fact that we had a record number of applicants this year. And obviously the vast majority of people that registered for the lottery come from the never category. So a few more spots, hopefully increasing some people's odds of getting in. And right now we haven't drawn any names. And so everyone that's got at least one ticket, we're saying there's a chance.
Yeah. And Chris, where does everybody belong in the summer? Not Florida.
No, it's bloody hot and humid in Florida in the summer. As much as I love being there in the winter, Silverton, Colorado is where hard rockers belong in the summer. And so we're talking to the wider hard rock community right now. We know everybody that's watching, you have a vested interest in this. Maybe you have a ticket in the lottery and you're excited, hoping that you're going to get in and get your opportunity to do that tour of the San Juans. Maybe you have family members that want to do hard rock. Maybe you have done hard rock and your ultra running days are over. Whoever you are, you're a member of the hard rock community, and we would love to see you out there and stimulate the economy of those 4 towns that we interact with in the San Juans, and help us put on the best event in the world, I believe, which is the Hardrock 100-mile endurance run.
Yeah, we're working on getting some watch parties on from some various running companies across Colorado. So we'll look forward to that. We've got more guests coming on. Up next will be, Tara Dower in a little while. We'll talk to her about her massive FKT attempt. We'll talk to her about what she loves about Hardrock and kind of maybe how that translated to a absolutely crazy FKT.
Yeah, absolutely. And for anyone who once you watch Tara on here chatting with us, if you have not listened to the Tara Dower episode of the Hard Talk podcast, that is episode number 11 when we talked to Tara and had a wonderful time sitting down and chatting with her on the Hard Talk podcast. She is one of those people, Dale Garland likes to talk about, hard rockers are all special, obviously, but there's some that seem to get it on a different level. They just get it. Whatever you interpret that to mean. And I know I've heard Dale say Tara is one of those that really gets it, and you could tell that talking with her on the podcast that she has an appreciation for hard rock, a love for the event, and it was wonderful seeing her out there in Silverton this last year.
Yeah, and she was one of Dale's special consideration picks this past year, along with Zach Miller, Camilla Brias, if I get the right name. Some, a lot of great runners out there last year. Ludovic Pomeray will be back this year. He's in the lottery. But of course, he gets an auto entry for winning the race last year in an incredible fashion, setting a course record. I wonder if he's going to come do it in this direction.
I mean, I would think so, right? That's hopefully there'll be some good competition for him. I know it's got to be hard to put on a clinic if you're out there running at the front all by yourself. It's got to be a lot easier to run a fast time when you have a Susie out there.
Who's your Susie, Chris?
Dan Ryan is my Susie. No, I think I may have talked about this on one of the podcasts. My Susie for the longest time, my Susie was Roger Rublik, and I'm not sure Roger ever felt like I was trying to beat him. But my first Hard Rock in 2005, Roger was the last person to pass me before the finish line. He passed me just after Grant Swamp Pass, and going in the counterclockwise direction. And then he finished. He was the runner just ahead of me that finished. He finished well ahead of me, but I was the next runner to come in after him. But he received the middle of the pack award that year. And so I was in the second half of the course, which doesn't matter. I was a finisher, but he got a special prize for being middle of the pack. And so I knew if I hadn't let him pass me, that would have been mine. So I paid attention to where Roger was every year. And he beat me the first few times. And then I was telling this story this morning. One of my proudest moments, one year, I don't remember what year it was, but I had a pretty good finish. And at the finish line, Dale, or at the breakfast, Dale said, I heard there were a lot of fast times out there. If you had run Hard Rock before, and this year was your fastest Hard Rock, please stand. And it was the first time I beat Roger. And I stood up, and my pacer tapped me on the shoulder, and he said, hey, Roger's standing. I thought, wow, the first time I beat him, and it was his fastest Hard Rock too. So Roger Rublik was my Susie for years and years. Now I think I'm just trying to, last year when I get in, I just wanted to make sure I got in before 48 hours. And, that was what mattered most.
And it's not the pointless ups and downs.
That's pointless ups and downs are my nemesis. They are not my Susie. They do not bring out the best side. I think the Susie brings out your competitive side and brings out the best in you when you're out there. The pointless ups and downs do not bring out the best in me. I become a person I don't like very much when I'm going through the pointless ups and downs. I don't like anybody when I'm going through the pointless ups and downs. And if you haven't been up and down the pointless ups and downs, come out to Ouray, Colorado, because it's in that section of the Hard Rock course. And this is the part that connects the city of Ouray with the Bear Creek trailhead. You go through those pointless ups and downs, and they are Terrible. Howie Stern comments in the chat that the pointless ups and downs rock. I would like to say that Howie Stern, as much as I love him, is full of it, because the pointless ups and downs are awful.
Well, the course used to not include the pointless ups and downs. It dropped down to the river there, crossed via a rope crossing, if I remember correctly.
It's had a few iterations.
2004.
2004 was when they moved it off of the rope. Correct. That's my recollection. And I didn't actually run it in 04, but I was pacing someone, and I think that was the first time that it didn't use the rope, or maybe that was the last time it did use the rope. My first Hardrock in 2005, they did not have the rope there. And but what makes the pointless ups and downs pointless is that we still go all the way down to the river. We just don't cross it. So we go all the way down to the river, then we come all the way back up, almost to the highway, before making our way into Ouray, or depending on the direction you're going, away from Ouray. So
yeah, and there's when you're leaving Ouray, you go through a little tunnel. A few people have hit their head on that tunnel on their way out, so make sure to duck when you're headed through that tunnel. There's some stories I've heard of people hitting their head, and apparently that's one of the most hazardous parts on the course.
I would believe it.
Chris, is that what's wrong with you?
As Dan, as you well know, I'm short, and so I have a much less likelihood of hitting my head when I'm going through there. I duck anyway, just because it's what you do. But yeah, I have not hit my head in that tunnel.
The last time you ran this race, or if I remember correctly, weren't you wearing an umbrella hat?
Yeah. I wore the umbrella. Well, it wasn't last year. There was not really an opportunity for the umbrella hat so much last year. But the year before, the previous time that I had run, which would have been in 22, I did wear, it's not just any old umbrella hat, though. It's an umbrella hat that has Mickey Mouse ears. And I started carrying that because of hail. If you've been out in a hailstorm, it stinks to be wearing just a regular hat, or a ball cap or something like that. That's no protection from the hail. It still hurts. And so I started carrying that umbrella hat for that purpose. And then in 22, I was going faster than I had expected, and so I didn't time where I needed my sunglasses and my hat properly. So I found myself in Pole Creek with no hat and no sunglasses, but I had my umbrella hat, so I was able to pull that out and use it. Very useful.
So we're going to be going live with the lottery in about 20 minutes, have some more guests on. But I think before we get the lottery started, we should explain how the lottery is conducted. So it's all conducted through open split time. There's 4 buckets. There's the male nevers, the female nevers, the male finishers, and the female finishers. And each one of those buckets has a dedicated amount of spots for it. So if you look at the entrance list, we had 21.4% female entrants this year. So 21.4% of the field this year will be female. So that's how the lottery is conducted. It's based on everybody entering. So yeah. Chris, do you have anything to add there?
Well, as you have said before, and I think it bears repeating, and people can see on the screen that it's being conducted on Open Split, which is an amazing resource. If this is the first time you're seeing Open Split timing, get in there and play around with it. You can find amazing information about all of the finishes for Hardrock on Open Split timing, including the very first Hardrock, which obviously happened prior to Open Split existing. But Mark Ovison has gone in. He mentioned that Charlie Thorne was really helpful in helping him get the data to put into Open Split. And so you can see the time in and time out for aid stations going back to the very first Hardrock for everybody who's ever done it. It's really amazing information. The other races are on there as well, but obviously Hardrock is the one that I pay attention to. And so once we are done with the lottery, you can kind of go in and start playing around with what you think your times might be doing Hardrock by comparing yourself against other runners that you know who have done it. That's a really good way to sort of plan out what your timing is going to be at the aid stations, keeping in mind that most people go a lot slower than they expect to go at Hardrock.
Right. And yeah, it's amazing. And this year we also had, just to mention, one of our partners, the North Face, for the live stream. We had the Women of Hardrock weekend again this year, which was a resounding success that a lot of people really enjoyed. It was cool to see all of the women enjoying the course as well as being out in the San Juans for the weekend. So be sure to look out for that again. I'm pretty sure we're going to do it again. So hopefully I'm not jumping the gun on anything. But be on the lookout for that announcement. That happened in the fall of this year. Enjoy the fall colors in Silverton, and kind of experience Silverton and the surrounding area in a different time of year, which was really cool.
We mentioned earlier the much lauded tequila at Kroger's Canteen. Jared Campbell tells us in the chat that the Running Up for Air Grander Edition race has the historical Mezcal serving cup from Kroger's, and the cup's second life will be on the summit of Grander Peak in Salt Lake City, Utah. So those that are going to go do that event, you get a chance to drink from the same cup that the Hard Rockers did, which, again, I'll warn you, can hold a lot more tequila or mezcal than you think.
Chris, if you had to pick something to take a shot of on a running course, would it be rum, tequila, mezcal, bourbon?
I'm a rum guy. Definitely rum is my preferred spirit, but there's something appropriate and traditional about that tequila or mezcal up there at Kroger's. So I wouldn't change a thing about that.
That's awesome. Yeah, there seems to be a good culture of taking shots all around the course. I see aid station fireballs even in our chat. So, just got to give him a little bit of a shout out there. Hopefully he doesn't make fun of us too hard. He's been going after us in Western all week with the memes. So appreciate you, buddy. It's great to hear from Jared Campbell about Rufa as well as 7K Running Co. I think we're going to bring them in here shortly. So if somebody else pops up on the screen, just be aware of what's going on. I'm pretty excited for the year, even if my name doesn't get drawn. It's always great to be in Silverton and the surrounding area in the summer. Lots of great memories, lots of beautiful flowers, lots of places to go with the dog, as well as tons of friends around town. Got to give Pip a shout out here. He just loves going camping. Don't say those words because now he's excited.
So those that are just joining us, that are hopping in, our numbers are going up on the viewership on the live stream. If you're just showing up, we have not drawn any names yet. So the names that you see on the screen are not people that have been drawn. These are lottery entrants. So what you're seeing are just an alphabetical list of names of people that are in the lottery. So we will start drawing names of the actual Hardrock entrants at the top of the hour. So at 10 o'clock in about 17 minutes, maybe a couple minutes before that, based on the lag that we may have on the live stream. That's when we will start. So the names that you see now are not names of folks that, if you're looking at Open Split, are not names that have been drawn, but rather we will have those names for you starting at the top of the hour.
Yeah, so I forgot what I was going to say. Well, that's great. Thanks, Hannes, for the comment about my hair. You look amazing too, buddy. I haven't seen.
I've told you your hair looks good recently.
Thanks.
I know I mentioned that last night. I mentioned it. Yeah, you've got something.
Looks amazing too, buddy.
My hair does not look amazing, but I have hair, and at my age, it's good to have hair.
How was your stay in Albuquerque last night?
I had an amazing stay in Albuquerque. Much appreciation to Kurt Coonrod for putting me up. I had a wonderful time. I was greeted by a dog who was friendly to me, which was nice. And it's always good when the family dog is welcoming and not threatening. So I was.
Can we talk about dogs at Hardrock for a second? Lots of dogs around this year. It was great. Hashtag dogs at Hardrock 100 is the tag on Instagram. If you come on the live stream and you got in the race and your dog's with you, that just makes us like you more. So make sure to grab that pup and put them on the camera. Cats are okay. I don't think Chris and I are huge cat. I'm not a huge cat person.
I love cats, but I'm not recommending you bring your cat to Hardrock.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to recommend that.
Year, there was a cat on a harness this year in Ouray.
Yeah. Well, If that's what the cat is into, I am not going to judge.
It was a really big cat too. It wasn't a mountain lion, but it was.
Wow.
It was a
cool.
big cat. So,
but no, the dogs. I love seeing the dogs. In fact, as much as I love seeing Howie Stearns, and I look forward to seeing his Joey and Mickey calendar that he does with his dogs. I think he could do a Dogs of Hard Rock calendar.
Hey, Chris, I'm going to interrupt you here. We're going to bring in Justin Walker at 7K Running Co. Onto the live feed here. Hey, Justin, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. How's the party?
Oh, it's good, man. Yeah, we're just getting rolling.
Who has the most tickets there?
I think Jason Murphy. He's how many tickets do you have, Murphy? I can't. He has 32.
Okay, 32.
Yeah.
So about a 10% chance. Male never. 32. About a 10% chance.
No,
so
it's a male
great.
finisher.
Oh, 32 tickets in the male finisher lottery?
That wouldn't be 32 tickets.
Well, okay, then Jason Murphy has no idea what he's saying. I only have 2. I have 2. So.
Well, that would mean what? That he's got a ton of service tickets as well as finished the event 30 times. So
Jason Murphy has 8 tickets in the male finishers lottery.
You have 8 tickets, bro. You have 8 tickets.
Yeah. But it is complicated, right? Because the tickets for finishers add up one after another.
Watch party of the watch party.
Yeah, we're watching the watch party.
Yeah.
So the tickets of finishers add up, and so one at a time. Whereas the tickets for the nevers get it's a math. Is it you get multiplied, Dan? Is it an exponential thing? Explain. You're closer to being a math person than I am.
The never lottery, it's 2 to the n minus 1. So n is the amount of times you've applied.
You did not disappoint there, Dan. Yeah. Thank you. 2 to the n minus 1. That was the word I was looking for.
So if you've applied for 4 years, you have 2 to the third. Yeah.
There you go. So very cool.
If it's your first time applying to the lottery, you have 2 to the 0, so you have 1 ticket in the lottery. Somebody bring Blake on. I'm not as good at math as he is.
Yeah, no, Blake is amazing. Blake's in the next room, so he could very well walk in. If so, I'll pull my my earplugs out so that he can hear what's being said.
Okay.
But Blake and the rest of the Hardrock board are gathered here in another room in this house to watch and celebrate and start planning. Right, I mean, we've already been planning for the 2025 Hardrock. But it's nice when the planning can begin with some names, knowing who's going to be here.
Yeah, and it's going to go live at 10 o'clock, like we've been saying for this morning. We've got a lot of people in the chat. We've got about almost 500 people now. It dipped a little bit from our high. We've had 2,300 views. So thanks to everybody watching. Thanks to everybody tuning in. Can't wait to start rolling some names out. Thanks 7K Running Co. for jumping on. It looks like you guys got a great little crowd there. You guys got any beverages or food going on, or is it bring your own burrito morning?
We actually had people bring burritos. We have donuts.
Nice.
We have coffee. So Josh Holy, who's in the Never Lottery, made us some coffee. So we have a big group that's running that will be back soon. So it'll get a lot busier.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on. Super appreciated. Great to see people out there having fun watching the live stream. So thanks for that.
Of course.
Awesome. You want some information? You want some interesting info?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3,022 applications, 2,756 nevers, 604 women applied. 2,152 men, and then 266 finishers applied, 42 of those women and 224 men. The total number of tickets. Now, this is why we have a podcast episode coming out soon in which Andrea Foyt is going to talk about the way the Hardrock Lottery used to be conducted manually with cutting up little pieces of paper and that sort of thing. Here is why it's now all done in a computer. The number of tickets, the number of individual tickets in the lottery this year, 38,332.
Wow, that would be a lot of slips of paper compared to a few years ago. When we last did that, I think they had to cut up quite a few tickets, but not as many as they would have this year. For historical reference, in 2022, there are 1,700, 1,800 entrants into the lottery. That grew to 2,200 in 23, 2,800 in 24, and now we're at first time over 3,000 in the lottery. The youngest person in the lottery is 18 years old. I don't know what race director let an 18-year-old run a Hardrock qualifier, but sounds like a great person. And then the oldest person in the lottery is 75. So really, I mean, that's a huge age difference between the youngest and the oldest person. We have this year over 800 foreign applicants representing 75 countries, which is amazing. The country that we have the most amount of entrants from is, take a guess.
United States.
Foreign country. We're
Canada.
both United States citizens,
Canada.
Chris.
Canada.
Top foreign countries are France, Canada, and Japan. So, that's pretty amazing that we're getting entrants from all of these places from across the world.
Yeah,
so,
Canada, France, Japan, China, Great Britain, and Switzerland all have heavy representation in the lottery. And then here in the U.S., the states with the most, Colorado is pretty natural, but also California, Utah, Washington, Oregon, and Arizona. I want to know where are all the Southeast people? Where are our Alabamas and our South Carolinas and our Georgias and our Florida people? We need more of those. We're getting overwhelmed by all these folks from the West.
Those people are at SEC football games.
Fair.
Great representation across the United States. Really pretty amazing that we have people represented from all 50 states, as well as the addition of Washington, D.C. So Hardrock is far-reaching, and the Hardrock community is wide.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Let's go. Cheers from Dubai. Tina Ormuz in the chat. That's pretty cool. We got somebody watching from Dubai.
Awesome.
Georgia represented there.
Adam Earl saying hello from Orlando, Florida. He was on our last episode of the podcast, got his qualifier. He went from Orlando, Florida, all the way down to Cape Town, South Africa to get his qualifier, and got it in under the didn't get in under the wire in terms of his time. His time was great at the race, but that qualifier came in just under the wire to be in this year's lottery. So we're really pulling for Adam.
Yeah, and we're going to be bringing on Tara Dower here to lead us into the top of the hour. Please welcome in Tara. Tara, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are y'all?
Good.
Fantastic. Your hair looks great. Apparently, that's one of the things we're commenting on today.
Oh, really?
You got braids going.
Pretty focused on his
hair.
My hair. Yeah, hair.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, both of y'all's hair looks great.
You don't have to lie to me. It's okay.
You don't have to comment about Chris.
I've got a hat. I'll put a hat on in a minute. So hey, are you? It looks like you're watching from home. You don't have a party going on?
Oh no party here, unfortunately. No.
So last year, when you were a special consideration pick for Hardrock, where were you and what were you doing? Because this was pretty fun to hear about.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That was insane. I was helping Carl Meltzer. I was crewing him at Devil Dog 100 up in Quantico, and I was with his wife, and we were just like getting ready to crew him at this next aid station. And I don't remember the order, but I'm pretty sure it was Carl got in, and then I got in like pretty much right after him. And he came into the aid station. I'm like, oh my gosh, Carl, like I got in and you got in. He was like, oh man, like in the middle of a 100 miler. He's like, oh man, now I have to train for this. That's what he said about it. I just laughed at that story. But yeah, I was at a Devil Dog just crewing there and literally had like no idea. Had no idea that that would happen. And it happened.
Wow.
I was so surprised. I don't actually think those are I think the audio's coming out of the computer.
Well, we hear you just fine. Your
Oh,
microphone is
good.
working, and that's what matters the most for us. So you've had a great and eventful year since Hard Rock.
I think so, yeah. That's what people are saying.
You're not impressing yourself.
Oh, no, I am.
How do you feel? Do you feel recovered?
Yeah, I feel great. I think that's due to the fact that I just ate really well on the trail, and that's all thanks to my crew, obviously. Um, but, like, recovery was, like, accelerated because of that, and then afterwards, I really just I listened to my body, and I let myself just, hang out, eat whatever I wanted, sleep as long as I wanted, and that just I think that accelerated the, um recovery. I was running so well. I was, like, so fast, but, like, 2 days ago, I got sick. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I got sick, and I've been, like, struggling with a cold, so I'm not running. I did, like, an 8-mile run today, but I was supposed to do 18 and had to cut it short.
Mm.
So
Wow.
what was your experience like at Hard Rock last year? Like, what was your favorite part of the event? Because we're going to be rolling into picks here in about 4 minutes when the lottery goes live. And I just wanted to give a quick mention to our partner, the North Face. Needed to do that this before we brought you on, but just kind of forgot. What was your favorite part of the Hard Rock experience? Let's go with that.
Oh, I mean, like, the entire event, the entire week leading up to it, um, was really special. Really 2 weeks. I, was parked in Howie's driveway and spent time with him and Katerina for, like, that entire week leading up, and he would take us up to these mountains, and, we would just, like, sit up there and, like, talk for a really long time, and then, I went to the veterans panel and, then, like, actually with the event starting, obviously the race is gorgeous, beautiful, and there's such great crew, or sorry, aid stations. It's hard to say. It was just so beautiful the entire week. My favorite part would probably be running down from Little Giant because I finally, like, felt okay. Because I mean, I don't know if anyone knows, but, like, pretty much for the entire race, I was not doing well. I was straight up not doing okay. And I had, like, great pacers, and Devin Yanko, like, had me sit down at Burroughs, I think it was, and, took some food in, slept for a little bit, and then I was feeling so great, and then once I got to the top of Little Giant, I knew that was, like, the last mountain, and I just start sprinting down, towards the finish. I don't know how many miles it was, but I was able to pass, 2 women there that, Yitka and I believe it was Emily, that had passed me up on Handies because Handies was where I, had a had a lot of trouble. I died a little bit on that mountain. So it was really cool. It was just, like, sprinting. I felt okay. It's crazy how that can happen in such a long race.
Well, hey, we are right at the top of the hour, so we're going to start seeing the first few names coming in. So good luck, Tara.
Thanks.
And good luck to all of those who are in the lottery. We have for everyone keeping track, and you can see things on the screen. We'll be drawing 64 from the finishers lottery, 82 from the nevers lottery. The finishers lottery, that's going to be split 51 male names, and 13 women. And then in the Nevers lottery, that'll be 63 men and 19 women. And we're going to start seeing the first few names coming in very, very shortly.
Hey, Tara, do you want to mention the charitable foundation that you were supporting on the Appalachian Trail before we start rolling into these picks?
Oh yeah. It was Girls on the Run. Sorry, I just pulled up the live stream on my phone so I could see the names. But yeah, it was Girls on the Run, and they're a great organization that you know, like feeds a lot of life into young girls. At age 8, confidence of young girls kind of plummets, and so they teach a curriculum of life skills, how to run, obviously, but then also a bunch of just like confidence, how to build that young girl's confidence up. So we raised $100,000 on the AT
Wow.
for them, and that was pretty cool.
That's
That is-
amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that. That's fantastic. It really is.
Looks like we're gonna roll into some picks now. We have people communicating with the people from Los Alamos in the bunker to give us some picks from Ken's house down there in Albuquerque. So once we start seeing those pop up, we'll start reading them off. Tara, do you have anybody you're excited for in the lottery that you know who's entered in the Never lottery?
No.
That's all right.
I mean, I'm excited for everyone, but I can't think off the top of my head who has entered into the lottery.
We are excited for everyone. We want to thank the North Face for sponsoring our live stream today as we start to roll into our first lottery draws coming in. And I'm hearing it happen in the next room, but I'm not close enough to see what's happening. But a little update for us live. We'll all see it at the same time and can get excited about those names. The first name that should be drawn should be no surprise. We have our winners from last year are given the opportunity to return. Those are the only automatics. So my guess is that the first name that we'll see won't be a surprise to us. But then very quickly, we're going to get into some surprising and interesting folks. When you filled out your application for Hardrock, if you said that you would be willing to chat with us on the live stream, then you may get contacted. You may have someone that reaches out to you during the live stream and asks you to come on, just as Tara has, to talk. Yes.
I got this one, Ludovic Pomeray. I can nail that name. It's the only French one that I'll get today.
There you go.
Congrats, Ludo. Great to see you back. Absolutely stunning course record this past year, taking down Killian's record. So nice work.
Yep. Stephanie Case is our first woman. Stephanie is in. She was in on a deferral. She was pregnant. I want to congratulate Stephanie on her beautiful baby that I've gotten to see some pictures of. And so Stephanie is a member of the board, is in our female finishers lottery. And we're really, really excited for Stephanie to have the opportunity to run Hardrock again.
Right, and yeah, taking full advantage of the awesome policies that we have.
Really very proud of the policy that we have. So it's on our website, so people that are interested to see how that applies. But we do allow for partners as well. So if you are not having a baby, but your partner is, and you need to defer because you have responsibilities for caring for that child, this makes perfect sense. Then there's that opportunity to defer as well. So we're really very, very proud, and as we should be, and as any race should be, to give people that opportunity.
Oh, Leah Yingling.
There we go.
Yay, Leah!
I think we have Leah on the horn, so I think Brian will get in touch with her pretty quick.
That's so exciting.
That's awesome. That's really cool to see. Nice. Leah's a stud.
She is.
We'll throw down at Hardrock.
Well, great. That is fantastic to see. Chris Roberts from Kirkwood, Missouri. Another male never, the first one in our male never, getting in with 128 tickets. So those of you with 128 tickets,
Chris had the backyard ultra record there for a while, didn't he? He went like 200 and something miles on
John
big,
Sharp.
John Sharp is coming back. John Sharp from Selma, Texas. First one drawn in the male finishers lottery. Ludwig was an automatic, but his spot counts against that male finisher. So Sharp, it's time to train, man. Get out those kettlebells and start training for another tour of the San Juans.
Stephen Moore, you're going to get more than you wanted from the Hardrock course.
Stephen has never heard that type of a pun ever before. You're the first to give that to him, and I know he's pleased. Another one with 128 tickets. So 128 might be that magic number.
Yeah. Oh, wow. 512.
And Joan Hellman getting in 512 tickets in the female Nevers from Scottsdale, Arizona. Joan, congratulations. Super excited for you to get your first opportunity to take your tour.
Oh,
Amanda Grimes.
Amanda.
Oh my gosh. Amanda is in the chat. I saw her posting on the live stream. Amanda, very cool.
That's so exciting.
Very, very cool. I know she is she's got to be just giddy at the moment.
I've got my good luck mug here, my Hardrock 2024 mug here. Oh, Nathan Kurz.
Nathan Kurz, another male finisher with just two tickets in the male finishers lottery getting drawn. So Ben Thompson, Durango guy getting in the male Nevers category. That's really exciting. Durango, lots of great hard rockers coming from Durango.
Matt Meckenstock from Perth, Australia. I get so nervous with names, man.
I can see you looking like, do I have to say this one? Look at Matt from Perth, Australia. Some great Australian hard rockers as well. And this is going to be a new one coming off the Nevers lottery. Now another male finisher,
Go Bucks,
David
Ohio.
Peterman, Ohio.
Peterman.
Yeah, he's probably not a Buckeye fan this year.
Everybody's a Buckeye fan.
Awesome. And now we have Francois Cateau from Villeurbanne, France, getting in with 64 tickets in the male Nevers category. That is pretty exciting. France, a lot of, as you were saying, Dan, a lot of French applicants this year.
Yeah, they're going to raise a French flag over Silverton here soon if the streak doesn't stop.
Oh, wow.
David Miller.
Vegas,
Nevada. Two
male finishers. Oh, that's the male finishers. Right. Okay. Got excited there for a second. I'm excited for David anyway. But 2 tickets in the finishers lottery. Craig Frizzle from British Columbia, 64 tickets in the male Nevers lottery. That is awesome. So we've already got 6 of our draws, 6 out of 63. So almost 10% of our male Nevers. So still 90% of those Nevers coming. Andy Hamilton from Eugene, Oregon, another male finisher. So the male finishers were at 6 of 51. So more than 10% there. And we are quickly seeing these categories.
Hannes Gehring, look at that. There we go, buddy. You're going to get your chance to smack Luke's record.
Oh, boy.
Congrats, buddy.
Oh,
I know
boy.
you guys are having a watch party, so we'll bring you on shortly.
Oh, we are super excited. Our last podcast episode, Hannes was one of our guests, had fantastic interactions with him. And, that's thrilling. That's thrilling. So
that is awesome.
Very, very cool. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad because last time we did the podcast with first-time entrants, nobody got in from the
maybe
so.
Luck is reversed. And Jenna from Newbury Park, California, female Never with 64 tickets.
Wow.
And congratulations. Very excited that you're going to be in Silverton. This is neat. I love doing this. I love that we get to do this.
This is fun.
Yeah, it really is. People are excited. Lots of people shouting folks out. Mark, another male finisher. Awesome. Coming from Park City, Utah. Excited that Mark gets to come back. That's very cool.
Nice.
Yep.
Kevin Hadfield, Snowmass, Colorado. Obviously, we're going to have a pretty heavily Colorado-weighted field because so many entrants are from the Front Range area as well as Durango. So it's cool to see everybody rolling on this list.
Yeah, still waiting for our first Florida runner to be called, but there has been a Florida runner in every Hardrock going back not quite to the beginning. Derek Dowell from Monroe, Louisiana. You know what? Southeast. At least we've got somebody representing Southeast. Male never. 32 tickets. Derek, awesome. I cannot wait to hear how you train for Hardrock in Louisiana. But I guarantee you'll do it.
You jump over alligators.
Well, that's just going to work when you live in Louisiana. So.
Doug Seaver, male finisher, 7 tickets from
Welcome back,
Colorado.
Doug. Welcome back, Doug. I'm excited for you. Oh my gosh, that is fantastic. Another Colorado guy, and has done it before. He's going to do it again. Adam Arguello from Grants, New Mexico. I thought a New Mexico name you'd be able to get just fine. Dan, Adam, 256 tickets in the male never. So you've been waiting for a while. This is your summer. This is your chance. Start training
now. He was at
now.
our happy hour last night.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Scott
that was good luck.
Male finishers, Edmonds, Washington.
Awesome.
Scott,
very
Tom
cool.
Chick, and Colin Thornton. Wow, they clicked the button quick there.
From Great Britain. I think that's our first one from Great Britain for this year.
Country so they get 3 letters for their abbreviation?
Yeah, because they have 3 countries in their country.
That's right. Yeah.
I learned that from Ted Lasso. But Colin, I am super excited for you. I don't know where Largs is over there. Amber Weibel, female finisher with 2 tickets coming in from Tahoe, South Lake Tahoe, California. Another female finisher. Super excited for everybody. I know folks are getting nervous. We still have a lot of names to draw, so don't worry.
And we're going to get a brief update on the total lists here of female finishers. We've got 3 of 13. Female nevers, we've got 3 of 19. Male finishers, 9 of 51, and male nevers, 11 of 63. So a lot of picks still left to go. Tara, thank you so much for coming on. It has been great to chat. Look forward to seeing your name drawn. If we see your name drawn, we'll be sure to bring you back on.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah. See ya.
Yeah. Ed Shear in the chat wants to know if he moves to Florida, will it improve his odds? It doesn't look like it so far. No Florida names drawn, but we'll see. We shall see. We've gotten some good geographic representation, right? We've gotten France, we've gotten Germany, we've gotten Great Britain, we've gotten several areas of the U.S. already.
Yeah, it's great to see Louisiana, Washington, Colorado, of course, New Mexico, everybody rolling on the lottery. So it's great to see everybody here. Great to see everybody in the chat, and we'll keep rolling with the picks here shortly.
Yeah.
And I think our next guest is going to be Hannes here shortly after we get a lottery winner on. So can't wait to get a lottery winner on and, have some excited people join us on the live stream. Florida man himself, Chris Twiggs, and I am Dan Ryan out of Los Alamos, New Mexico.
That's right. It's nice here. It's very nice here in Albuquerque. Gina Farino, Lakewood, Colorado, a female never coming back. Awesome, Gina. I'm excited you get to come back and do another tour of the San Juans. We've got female finishers, the first 3 in, and Gina. Oh, Gina's a never. Why was I thinking Gina was a finisher? I apologize. Gina's coming in the never category.
Nice. Congrats, Gina, Lakewood, Colorado. 56 tickets.
Adelaido Solis from San Jose, California, a male finisher with 3 tickets. So it's not about how many tickets you have. It's about having a ticket in the lottery. That's what matters, having a ticket in the lottery. So 3 tickets means most likely 2 finishes. And that's that's one more than you need to be in that finishers lottery.
Yeah, Chris, how many entries do you have in the finishers lottery?
19.
19. Wow.
19.
Yeah, that's
So
pretty awesome.
Well,
is
again,
there anybody? Betsy Nye, I think, is the only one with
correct,
more, right?
And she's in the right. She's got the most tickets in the female finishers lottery. David Lind,
2 tickets, male nevers.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh,
that's
it
awesome.
happens.
Congrats,
it happens,
David.
folks.
That's awesome.
We are so excited for you. Another British Columbia. It's a second British Columbia name I think that we've seen.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Jeff Davis, Nashville, Tennessee, male finishers, 5 tickets. See you back in Silverton, Jeff. Going for probably your 5th finish, right? If he's got 5 tickets.
5 tickets, probably already has 5 finishes.
Okay.
So we'd have to look it up. I don't have that screen open right now. But Jeff knows how many, and he knows he gets to go for one more, which is really cool.
Nathaniel Moore, Clovis, California. Welcome. Male never, 64 tickets. We've had quite a few 64 ticket male nevers rolling in, so maybe that's our lucky number this year.
Yeah. Chris Roberts.
Yeah,
just got into Western as well. Man, it could be a very interesting summer for you, Chris. It could be a very interesting summer for you. Well, it will be. No matter what, it will be. Doug Newton, Golden, Colorado, 9 tickets in the male finishers category. So congrats on getting in again, Doug. Another tour of the San Juans in your future this summer.
Amanda, 2 tickets in 2014 is like 200 tickets in 2024. So
look who got in.
Cal Mitchell. We had him on the podcast last year. Good to see that he got in with 1,024.
It is.
We had him on the 12 last year, and that was kind of a bummer when he didn't get in.
Yeah, we thought he would get it. Well, guess what, Cal? It's time. It's time. He finally got into Hardrock. He gets to come back out here. He's been out to Silverton before, but this time he gets to line up, take a tour of the San Juans and a chance to kiss that rock. Michael Lamont from Leadville, Colorado. I've heard of it. Male never lottery, 64 tickets. Congrats, Michael. Very, very cool. Some really good runners coming out of Leadville.
Yeah, he's got the right altitude and right attitude to train for Hardrock. Staying in the lottery for quite a few years to get those 64. Cleveland, Ohio. Go Browns. Lee Connor from Cleveland, Ohio.
Lee, a female never. Yeah.
Cleveland.
That's awesome. I'll bet
if Lee is are bringing in our next guest here shortly.
Okay.
So welcome him in a guest in a moment. But yeah, great job, Lee. We'll see you in Silverton this summer.
That's fantastic. Edward Sandor from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Another male finisher.
Hey, welcome. Who do we have here? What's your name?
Hey, this is Kevin Hatfield. I just got selected as a male never.
Nice. Wow. Congratulations.
How many tickets did you have?
I think I had 64. It's been like a 9-year journey for me. I think that was like the 6th or 7th year of tickets.
Wow. That is fantastic. So, what were your plans if you hadn't gotten drawn?
I was initially planning on, I was planning on getting drawn this year. I'm not going to lie. But the backup plan was to maybe go and run Tour de Géant. Again, I've run that 3 times, and was thinking maybe this would be the year to go back again.
Did you just get back from a run, or are you going for a run?
I ran a little bit this morning, and then I'm over at a friend's house here in the Roaring Fork Valley. We're doing a little lottery brunch. There's folks in the background.
Yay!
That's awesome.
And that's the spread. It's delicious.
Wow. Are there other people there who are also in the lottery?
Yeah. Hopefully you pick Mark Bauer. I'm looking at him. My wife Liesel's in the lottery, and Will Fisher was a finisher last year.
Cool.
And he is not in the lottery this year.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting. Not one maybe is enough for some
Needed
people.
to take a moment apparently after a tour of the San Juans. Congrats. That's awesome. Thanks for coming on. Super excited to see you in Silverton this summer. Get training.
Yeah, thanks guys. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, congrats again, and good luck to your friends there.
Woo!
Oh, that's so cool. It's good to see people
so
that
much
are
fun to
happy and
bring
exciting.
people on. Yeah.
Yeah, you bet.
All right, we're going to be rolling back into our picks here shortly. Once again, want to thank our live stream partner, the North Face, for bringing you the broadcast today. Andrew Poland from Denver, Colorado. I almost read that as Andrew Denver from Poland, Colorado, but I was able to switch it up last second. Male Never, 512 tickets. Congrats, Andrew. I'm excited to see you in Silverton in the summer.
Absolutely. Dan, look at this.
Jameel Curry, he got in Western States too.
He got in Western States too. So we'll have to talk to Jameel soon and find out what his plans are for the summer. If he's going to go for the double, no pressure. Some people do it and some people decide to focus on one or the other. But I'm glad that Jameel has his pick of those two events.
Dane LeBlanc from San Antonio, Tlayacapan, Mexico.
That was very good, Dan.
I know.
A male Never with 128 tickets. That 128 seems to be a sweet spot for a lot of people. Dane, we're excited for you to come out and take that tour of the San Juans, get that chance to kiss the rock.
Killian Journet and Courtney DeWalter both wish us the entrance in the lottery good luck and wish us to have a great lottery. Neither Betsy and I,
Yay!
21 tickets, the only person with more tickets than Mr. Twigs here.
Yeah, but Betsy is going for her 20th Hardrock finish, I believe. So that'll be a big milestone for Betsy. I'm really excited for her. She didn't get put in the lottery last year. She had some health issues last year, if I remember correctly. And so I'm glad she's healthy enough to be back in and look forward to seeing her. Lynette McDougall, a female Never with 1,024 tickets. Well, Lynette, I know you think it's about time, and I agree. We're really glad that you get to do Hardrock from Boise. You get to come over to Silverton, take that tour of the San Juans. Finally, that's fantastic. Good for you, Lynette.
Yeah, congrats on getting in. Kent, Ryerchuk.
Yeah, Ryerchuk. We'll go with that.
If we get your names wrong, please send us an angry email to christwigs@hardrock100.com.
I'm happy to take those emails. Kent doesn't care. I guarantee Kent does not care. He's just glad he got in. Masazumi Fujioka from Mill Creek, Washington. A male Never with 256. 256 might be that magic number. Of course, I said that about 128 maybe. But we're excited no matter how many tickets you had. We're excited that you get to come in off the Nevers lottery and have that chance to do Hardrock. Gabe, is it Joyous or Hoyas from Lander? Male finisher now with 8 tickets. So gets to come back, gets to do Hardrock again. Congratulations on getting in again. We are
Guy Love, Boulder, Colorado, 34-year-old male Never with 128 tickets. Congrats, Guy.
That's fantastic.
Can't wait to see that guy around the course.
Hey, that guy is going to love Hardrock. Salvatore Fevo, another Australian, another one from Australia.
Never.
Oh my gosh. I think is that our first one ticket?
That's the first one ticket person. Congrats, Salvatore. That is amazing.
Salvatore, I hope you were planning on this because most people with one ticket probably thought there wasn't a chance. There was a chance, and Salvatore, you just proved it. So congrats. Wow. That's super exciting. Nate Swanberg from Boulder, another male finisher with 4 tickets, gets to do that. What is it? 6.5 hours, something like that, drive from Boulder over to Silverton.
Yeah. Philip Howland from Cottonwood Heights, Utah. Nice work. Probably got plenty of training to do in the Wasatch there. So congrats, Philip. That's awesome.
Only 8 tickets. Only 8 tickets in the Male Never lottery.
That's impressive.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I'm so glad we got a 1 ticket person. That's just awesome. It's great to see.
That is great to see.
Yep.
Well, we got a little break in the action here. I guess we can check our totals here. We have 4 of 13 female finishers, 6 of 19 female nevers, 17 of 51 male finishers, and 21 of 63 male nevers. Still plenty of names left to draw. We see those waitlist numbers going out to 50. I think last year we drew 5 off of the male never list, more off the male finishers list, 2 or 3 off of female nevers. I can't remember the exact numbers, but that's kind of the range of people off the waitlist we can expect to see get in. The bubble would be any number off after that number, where it could be show up with your pack, maybe you get in morning of type of things.
Yeah.
And come on out to Silverton just in case somebody decides race day morning to not.
And it happens, right? It happens.
Well, that happened with, what was the married couple's name? I forget the names of. He gave up his spot for his wife.
Steve and Deb Perro. Yeah, Steve and Deb Perro. Deb got in morning of, and there've been a few others that get in morning of. Shannon Dye doesn't have to wait until the morning of. Look at this. 1 ticket in the female never lottery. Shannon Dye from Chattanooga, Tennessee. You're going to do Hardrock. This is fantastic, nice. Shannon. 1 ticket. So we've had a 1 ticket male and a 1 ticket female. Ellen Silva, another female finisher with 5 tickets in that lottery, come from Santa Fe, one of Dan's favorite places.
I wouldn't call Santa Fe my favorite place. My favorite place is Silverton.
Okay.
Where Santa Fe I visit occasionally.
Okay. John Clark. Male finisher with just 2 tickets, and that's all it takes. 1 is all it takes, as we've seen. But John Clark, a male finisher from Colorado Springs. Congrats, John. We're excited for you to get another tour of the San Juans as well. We are, there you go.
Great. Tyler Fannin, Santa Quinn, Utah.
A male never with 16 tickets. We're closing in on that halfway point.
Tommy Stockton. Almost New Mexico. He's in Cuba right now, so I'm pretty sure they can't get YouTube there.
Does that mean he has to give up his spot?
Yeah, he can't accept it. Yep.
Sorry, Tom. I'm really sorry about that. The embargo won't allow. No, we're oh my gosh, that's got to be great. I know everybody in the next room is going to be going crazy for Tom. That's great. Excited that he got in for another trip around the San Juans. He would have been in Silverton anyway.
Yeah, Tommy, board member, finisher. It's great.
I'm getting, this is the best part about the live stream this year that I didn't have last year, is I'm getting the run director handing me notes during the live stream. And this is the best. I didn't get that last year. I'll tell you. Oh yeah. No, it's for a little bit later.
Oh, so okay. All right. Simon Sandoval, Makati of the Philippines.
From Philippines. That's fantastic.
24 tickets.
On the male never lottery. So obviously had to know there was a really, really good chance.
Yeah. Get that soft sand running going, like Tara told us about in the episode with her.
Yep. Absolutely.
Jason Edwards, male never, 64 tickets from Kaysville, Utah. Congrats, Jason.
Yeah. Very excited for Jason to get in. Brian Hopton Jones from Pennsylvania, a male finisher with 5 tickets. So we are trucking right along. Brian, welcome back to Hardrock.
John Brower, Knoxville, Tennessee. Great training there in Frozen Head and in the Smokies. So plenty of vert there to train in. Congrats, John, on getting into the race here with 128 tickets in the male nevers.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm so happy, and she will be too. Sarah Lavender Smith from Telluride, Colorado, is going to run Hardrock off the Female Never. Sarah has been she's been a volunteer at Hardrock for many, many, many years. She does a history talk there in Silverton, and she helped with transportation for our orientation hikes. I'm super excited for Sarah and
Elaine Stipula from Farmington Hills. Ooh. Female finisher, 5 tickets. Congrats, Elaine, on getting into the race there.
Yeah, that involuntary had more to do with a football association than anything else, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I won't say that word.
Nothing against Elaine. So, Ryan Birch, Loveland, Colorado, a male finisher with 4 tickets. Daniel Skog from Sweden. Is that our first Swedish runner from this year?
I believe so.
I think so. Male never.
Karlstad, Sweden. Male never.
Awesome. Makoto Kitamura from New York, New York. 128 tickets. Male never. Excited to have you come and enjoy your tour of the San Juans.
Hi, Chan, Culver City, California. Male finisher, 4 tickets. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Absolutely. Jose Cervantes,
Boise, Idaho, male never, 64 tickets. 64 seems to be the number.
We said that at 128. We said that about 256.
Those numbers seem to be the numbers.
The numbers are the numbers, and again, it doesn't matter how many. Now that we're drawing names, anybody's name can come up. And even Brian Como's name, name can come up.
Hell yeah, he's getting hype and he's running all of our
Brian
stuff. I see him in the background.
Brian is producing this. No, so he's not on camera. You can't see him. We may have to
jump in if you can.
I think we need to pause here in a minute and bring Brian in to talk to us.
Hell yeah, Brian! Congrats, buddy. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Can we, if we've got the word to the folks in the other room to pause the drawing, Brian, you want to come in and tell us what this means to you?
Joseph Elton Dahl, St. Paul, Minnesota.
Not to diminish Joseph's excitement, we're really excited for you, a male never, with 128 tickets.
We're going to be bringing in Jason Edwards here shortly. Hey, Jason, welcome. Nice hoodie.
Hey.
Welcome to the run. Congrats on getting in.
Thanks. I'm psyched.
Yeah. Where are you?
I'm in Kaysville.
Okay. Very cool. And do you have a party going on, or are you sitting there by yourself?
I'm by myself today.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. How many tickets did you have? I don't remember your name.
64.
64. See, I told you it's the number, Chris.
You weren't wrong. 64. Now, how did you spend Hardrock weekend last year?
I was course clearing.
Mm-hmm.
I've been out 4 years. This was going to be my 5th year. So
that's awesome. Congrats on getting in. Thanks, for putting in. Thanks for volunteering. Thanks for clearing the course.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
We've been telling people on the podcast for the last over a year now that before, and we ask people that have done Hardrock, what should people do if they don't get in? And so many people say, come out, see the course, hike the course clearing. You got to see a whole bunch of the Hardrock course, so it's not a surprise to you.
Yep. I've seen most of it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. Very, very cool. We're excited for you. Time to get training.
Yep.
Thanks for coming on. Great. Congrats. We'll see you in Silverton.
Okay, great. Thanks. See you there.
Yes. Are we able to coax Brian to come on, or is he busy?
I think he's working on it. Brian, you coming on? He can hear us, but we can't see him or hear him.
We hear I see him.
Busy. He said too busy. He's dedicated to his craft. Congrats, Brian, on getting in again. Hillary Yang, Los Angeles, California, female never.
Congratulations, Hillary. That's awesome. 16 tickets in the Nevers lottery is enough. Again, one is enough, but that was the magic number for her, 16, to get in as a female never. Ian Ferris, a male finisher from Utah, coming back to Hardrock. Congrats, Ian.
Jeff Culvert, Port Matilda, Pennsylvania. Congrats on getting in. 64 ticket male never.
That's awesome. 64? You might be, maybe.
Drew Adams, 256, Twin Falls, Idaho.
Twin Falls. I don't know where that is, but it's a good name.
They have 3 falls. No, kidding.
Drew, we're excited for you. Drew's
Ryan
name was
Cooper,
drawn.
Boulder, Colorado, 4 ticket male finishers.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. We're like right at that 50% mark. Mike
Groenwegen.
Yep, a male never with 4 tickets. Mike, that is exciting. That you get to come from Seattle. 37-year-old male from Seattle coming out to Silverton. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Sea level to Silverton. Congrats, Mike.
See, I don't think of Seattle being sea level, but I guess it is, right? But
it's got.
I mean, they've got height there, though. They've got height.
Yeah, but the top of the biggest mountain around is 14,000 feet.
That's high.
Yeah, you can't run up Rainier.
No, I can't.
I can't either. Tried my best to run around it once, but
yeah. I'm scrolling back. We had a virtual watch party going on in Florida that I wanted to shout out that commented. But there've been so many comments in the chat.
I think Brian's coming on.
Is he?
He just said me in the chat.
Hey guys.
There he is. Hey Brian, congrats, man.
Yeah, exciting. Lots going on.
That's awesome. Super happy for you.
Yeah, thanks guys. I'm excited to do another lap. Same ones.
This is the same direction you went before, so maybe you're.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah. Nice. Congrats, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to hop in and say you guys are doing great, and I got to get back to work, coordinating everything behind the scenes too.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Congrats again. Super happy for you.
Okay, bye.
Chris, we are back. Still picking names. I think Chris lost his audio, so we'll work on troubleshooting that in the background. I'll give you a brief update while Chris works on that. For female finishers, we're about halfway, 6 of 13. Female nevers, we're at 9 of 19, so 10 more left there. Male finishers, we are at 26 of 51, so over halfway there. Living on a prayer. And then for the male nevers, we are at 32 of 63. So again, over halfway in all of our lotteries. So still plenty of action to come. We've got some picks here coming in. We've got Samuel Ritchie from Boulder, Colorado. So nice work, Samuel. Male finisher, 3 tickets coming at us from Boulder, Colorado. It's just me here. I'm sorry that y'all have to put up with this for a moment. John Tidd from San Lorenzo de El Escorial, Spain. Congrats there, John. Male never with 1,024 tickets. That's great to see. People getting in with that many tickets. Great work, John. Yeah. Got people coming in the chat here. Lots of people excited for their friends. Oop, I got Chris Twiggs back.
Yeah, when Brian came in to talk to you, I think he was so excited he killed my audio. Isaiah Hemman from Seattle, Washington, another Seattle person. Congrats on getting in as the male never.
Nice work, Isaiah.
Yeah. You were so worried I was going to leave you and there would be some difficult to pronounce names.
I was worried the second you left that was just going to pop up the worst name ever that I had.
All the French names were going to come in.
That's awesome. Still rolling on picks. I gave everybody a brief update of where we are with head Kyle Fulmer, Fullerton, California. What if he owns a town?
Awesome.
Male finisher, 4 tickets. Kenneth
Letterly.
Letterly. Wow.
Yeah. From Houston, Texas, a male never, 128 tickets. Congrats,
Kenneth. Still rolling on picks. Somebody from the Seattle area says we are sea level until you get into the Olympics or the Cascades. Katie Scheid.
Everyone is going to be thrilled to see Katie run Hardrock, guaranteed. That's fantastic. I've got some notes on Katie, just so that I think everybody watching, or a lot of folks would know. 2024 Western States, UTMB, Canyons. She is just a juggernaut, and it's going to be really exciting to see how Katie tackles the Hardrock 100 course.
Yeah, that's amazing. Congrats, Katie, on getting in. Can't wait to see what you do to the course. We gonna see a course record fall, Chris?
I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting. With Courtney not returning, we need to see who's going to be who will be Katie Susie this year. Might be the question. So,
well, it won't be either of us.
No,
anyway, so.
Certainly not. Our names have not been drawn, but Brian's has. Super excited for you, Brian. And now everybody's starting to wonder, what are we going to do with our finish line? Who's going to handle that for us?
We'll find people to dig holes. We always seem to.
We do. And Brian, of course, has run it before, did very, very well. And so, stoked that he gets the chance to come back and do it again.
Leo
Someone in the chat. Yeah. A male finisher with 4 tickets from Calgary. Leo, congratulations on coming back. Look forward to seeing how you do this summer.
Leah might be Katie's, Susie at this one, because both are Western States top 10 finishers. We're really kind of killing it. We got a guest coming in soon, live from somewhere in the world.
I don't know who the guest is. It'll be fun to see.
Excited to have them on, see how they're doing. I saw a fun video just a second ago of Hannah's name getting called, and he was like jumping across the room. So super excited to get that ball of energy coming on.
I believe it on him, and I want to see that video. That's fantastic.
Tim Finocchio, Holbrook, Massachusetts.
A male never with 128. That's awesome. There are some hills in Massachusetts, not a lot of mountains, as far as I know. But that is awesome, Tim, that you get to come out, start training. It's time. Little over halfway in each of our different lottery draws. So still lots of names to come. And then the first few, as we said, the first few on each wait list should start training as well.
Yeah, lots to still roll into. Just do a quick update. Male nevers 36 of 63, male finishers 28 of 51, female nevers 10 of 19, and female finishers 6 of 13. So
Todd Salzer in the chat says the lottery is less stressful when you're not entered in it. I suppose so, Todd, but I'm still glad that you're watching the live stream. And I know Todd. I know Todd's going to be in Silverton no matter what. Some years he has run, some years he hasn't, but he's always around. He's always putting himself to good use. Shen Guhui. Boy, I butchered that one. I took that one for the team. I took that one for the team. But coming from Guangzhou, China, we had a lot of Chinese runners. Male finisher, Dale could have pronounced that name because he would have done that at the award ceremony.
Congrats, Shen. We've got Hannah's coming in. Hannah is welcome. Congrats on getting in. Yeah.
Let's go, baby!
Look at the party going on.
I saw the video of you jumping across the room. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, baby!
Oh.
How excited are you, buddy?
So pumped. I can't even describe. I may have cried a little bit, but I'll deny it if anybody asks. Oh, man, dude.
Don't worry, we'll see plenty of you crying in Silverton area in July.
That is awesome. Yeah, man, we're so excited for you. That was what a great name to come up. And we're excited about everybody, but the fact that we just had you on the podcast talking about how much you wanted to get in, it means a lot. And I know that a lot of the folks, everybody that listened to the podcast, will be celebrating right along with you.
Yeah, congrats, buddy.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
all 5 people that got through that whole thing listening to us talk, I'm just kidding. It was
all of our parents were the ones listening.
No, lots of people listen. We know that. And did this little one wake up when you celebrated, and that's why you?
Well, she's my good luck charm. So yeah, she's been pretty excited for me. I think trying to crawl out of my arms. But
nice.
The cool part is, if I'd gotten in any sooner last year, the year before, my daughter wouldn't be a part of it. So the dopest part is that she gets to be there with me, which will be a really, really special experience, I think, just having that.
Yeah, it will. Congrats, buddy.
Are there people in the room still in the lottery? Do we got other entrants here?
Yes, this guy's in the hot seat. That's where I was sitting when I got picked. So we rotated. Pat O'Neill is not only the legend of our valley, but I believe he's done every single ski Grand Traverse that's ever existed. And he has 256 tickets. So we think he's Brandon's got 8, 4, 2. He's got tickets. Jeff's got 2 tickets. John Mahoney's got 2 tickets. And that's everybody that put in, I believe. Yeah.
That's
all right.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, our fingers are crossed. We're excited for you. And we know your party just got a lot more exciting.
Hey, thank you for doing it so early, because now I don't have to stress for like the next hour, which is very much appreciated.
Well, you may want to go start training.
I don't know. I'm not sure that's required for the race. I think you just show up and do it.
Yeah. That works out really, really well.
No, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. That's not the approach I would take.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on, Hannes. It was great to see you. Super stoked for you. Looking forward to seeing some other guys there. Text us, hit us with a message if you see another name pop up. Yeah, thanks for coming on, man.
Hannes, congrats. We'll see you in Silverton. We will also see Neil Matoski, a male finisher with 3 tickets, coming all the way from Durango, Colorado, has to make that trip over 2 whole mountain passes to get over to Silverton to start Hardrock. We're excited, Neil, that you get to come over and do Hardrock again.
Yeah, nice job, Neil.
Ryan Larson, Steamboat Springs. A never 32 tickets. A never with 32 tickets. Doesn't take that many tickets. I was going to let you read it, but I think you want me to. Guillaume Bonnier.
That's not at all what I would have said.
Well, that's why I said it. From Crépillon-Valois, France. Another male never with 32 tickets. Awesome. Very excited that he gets that opportunity to come and run from France. Lots of great, not just good, great French runners.
From Brookline.
Yeah. Denise, a finisher with 2 tickets. Awesome. I know
Chris,
that.
Are you getting worried yet?
Yeah. You?
No. Well, yeah. We're halfway over the lottery. Still moving through names. You guys will have to put up with a lot of Chris and I on the live stream if
That's right.
Looks like we have Katie Scheid coming on. So
awesome.
Come on, welcome on to the live stream, Katie. Well, if this is hopefully this isn't Chamonix Wi-Fi. Congrats, Katie, on getting in.
Hey, thank you.
Hello from France. You excited to come out and run Hardrock? Give it a try around the course.
Yeah, I've been excited for a long time. Glad I can actually make it real this year.
Yeah. So what are your plans? Maybe they've changed as of today, but what are your plans between now and Hard Rock?
Well, it just started snowing here, so my first plan will be to get the skis out, and then we'll see how the snow shapes up and decide from there.
Okay. But no big races on the schedule?
Not yet. I was waiting to see, how to plan everything depending on this. So now I can really start planning.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Now, have you spent much time in Silverton?
I've never been to Silverton.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get you Google directions to make sure you know how to find it. And then excited to see what you think of the course and how you do out here.
Yeah, super excited to meet everyone in person and be in Silverton.
Yeah, for sure.
Super excited to have you. It's gonna be great.
You'd kind of been vocal about your interest in getting into Hard Rock too, as I recall.
Yeah. I was hoping it would give me more luck.
I think it did. Did. So congrats. That's super, super, super exciting. No pressure. Dan was asking if you maybe would go for the course record. Is that even anywhere in your head?
I've never even been to Silverton, so I think I'll start with achievable goals to begin with. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Awesome.
Fair enough.
Congrats again on getting in. Super excited to see you in Silverton in the summer. We'll definitely have to get you on the podcast between now and the race to kind of talk about how things are going, how prep's going. Super stoked to see you in Silverton this summer.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on to chat with us. And again, congratulations on getting in. Do you have some folks you're going to be hitting up for advice?
Oh yeah, for sure, everyone. I mean, I've already got a bunch of messages here I need to respond to. So
good.
I think the problem will be I might have too many people excited to help, which is a good problem to have.
Awesome. Well, we'll let you get to those messages and return those. But thank you so much for spending time with us today.
Yeah, thanks, and good luck to everyone else.
Thanks so much.
Congratulations.
It's going to be an interesting summer.
Rolling back to picks. Patrick O'Neill, Crested Butte. I think that's the other guy. Was that the other guy in the room with Hanas in them?
Oh, no, was it?
I don't know. I can't remember names.
Oh, I hope so. We brought Katie Scheid on, and I kind of forgot for a second, but that'd be fantastic. It was not Gavin, but Gavin McKenzie is coming from Leadville, another male finisher with 4. That is fantastic. So there's speculation on there is speculation on the chat, and just to confirm, so that people don't have to wonder, Katie Scheid was in fact a special consideration pick.
Cody Draper, Logan, Utah, male never, 512 tickets. Congrats, Cody. That's awesome.
Yep.
Great to see. Junko Kazukawa.
From Denver, Colorado, a female never with 512 tickets. Congrats, Junko. That is awesome. A lot of people are probably getting nervous now as we've passed the halfway point in each of those lotteries.
Oh, that was the other guy in their room. That's awesome. Justin Walker, Tulsa, Oklahoma, male finisher, 2 tickets. We were just at their watch party this morning, I believe. Unless there's 2 Justin Walkers with 2 tickets in the male finishers lottery. So
Adam Brent from Bozeman, Montana, a never with 128 tickets. Adam, it's time to start training for your Tour of the San Juans. Hopefully you kiss that rock.
Oh man, we got a great video of the other person in the room with Hanas on the floor with excitement.
Well, I'll bet Shelby Johnson is pretty excited too. A female never with 8 tickets from Colorado Springs coming in.
Marta Fisher, Portland, Oregon, female finisher with 3 tickets.
Awesome, Marta, coming back to Silverton. You can see those progress bars are filling up with green.
Oh, looks like we've got Brian Larson coming on now to the live stream.
Awesome.
Brian, congrats.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks.
So what are you most looking forward to about Hardrock this year?
Well, I did San Juan Softy to get out to the San Juans this summer, so we'll see how the next level stands up. So
now, where are you talking to us from today?
Steamboat.
Okay. So you're not a stranger to Colorado. That's good. What's the first order of business as far as training is concerned?
Well, I'm on the treadmill now. Consistency and 7 months of training.
Did you see your name get pulled and immediately jumped on the treadmill?
I've been on it a bit, watching 2 live streams, hoping for one of them.
That's awesome. Congrats, man. Great to have you on.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see you in Silverton this summer. Thanks for coming on the live stream, and we'll let you get back to your training.
Thanks.
Yes, indeed. David Galloway from Durham, North Carolina, a male never with 64 tickets, is our 42nd male never to be drawn.
Remember, Cody Draper is the RD for the Bear 100. That's where I remember that name from. He got drawn with 512 tickets a few moments ago.
Oh, awesome. Shinsuke Samura from Japan, male finisher with 5 tickets. Excited for you to come back.
Laria Lancia from Milan, Italy, female never, 4 tickets.
Italy. Is that the first Italy that we've had today?
I think,
I think it might be.
We've had drawn today.
Congratulations.
All right,
Laura.
we've got Hannes' party coming back in to introduce let's get that chaos back in here.
No, he said one person first.
Hey, welcome back. Right as we hung up with you guys. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Is this the guy in the hot seat?
You were in the hot seat, right?
You're the hot seat.
My name's Patrick O'Neill, and I started hanging around the Hardrock around 2019 with my good friend, who's a nut, Alan Hadley, and I got a huge interest. And I found out very early the #1 rule at Hardrock is no whining. And so I would put in as a qualifier, and I built tickets over the year, and I've talked to Blake and Dale, who are always supportive of everyone, everywhere. And I just kept grinding, doing qualifiers, and I was expecting not to get in, so I was going to go to, do San Juan Solstice and then do 100 and then just double my tickets. And I feel really, really blessed and humbled to be a part of the Hardrock. Whether I got in or not, I was going to be down there. And I've been really fortunate through ultra running. I run for other people. And over the 15 years that I've been running 100 milers, I've been able to raise $300,000
Wow. That's awesome.
for Gunnison Valley nonprofits, and primarily for an organization called Living Journeys, which is the Gunnison Valley's cancer support organization. So when somebody gets cancer, they come to us, and we provide them with financial assistance and food assistance, travel assistance. If you get cancer, you come to Living Journeys. So I will be running Hardrock on the 11th of July, 2025, but I'm not going to be running for myself. I'm going to be running for people who can't. And that's people who have been diagnosed with cancer anywhere on the planet. So I'm very humbled to be a part of this. And I'm going to run as a Living Journeys athlete core. I'm also the president of the board of Living Journeys. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to give back to the Hardrock, to give back to the people with cancer. And if you've been diagnosed with cancer or a loved one's been diagnosed with cancer, I'm not running for Pat O'Neill. I'm running for them every single mile.
Congratulations. Thanks for coming back on.
We appreciate it, guys. If another person in the room gets drawn, we'll come back to you guys. We're going to have other names.
And you know what? If you've got 64 tickets and you don't get in, you just do a qualifier, you double your tickets.
We got Becky. Looks like Becky Bates coming back.
No whining.
Becky Bates is not a whiner. I promise you that. Becky Bates coming back. as a female finisher, and Chad Piala, another male finisher from Golden. Chad gets to come back and run Hardrock again. 2 finishers coming in.
Adrian Torres, Milpitas, California. Male Never, 16 tickets. Congrats, Adrian. It's awesome. Picks are coming at us quick now. We got Kyle Markish from Salt Lake City, Utah. Congrats, Kyle.
Yeah, absolutely. Very excited for Kyle. Wei Law from Bethpage, New York. Another Male Never. 32 tickets. Awesome. Awesome. Get to training. Get to training.
Randy Brown, Bedford, PA. Male Never, 64 tickets. Nice job, Randy. Frank Hughes.
Another French person, Frank Hughes, male finisher with 4 tickets. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Simone Valentine Austin from Naples, Florida, female Never. I've seen Simone around, and I'm glad to see that she gets that opportunity. Maybe there is some luck. That's our first Floridian getting drawn. Very excited that Simone has that opportunity to run Hardrock this year and represent the Sunshine State.
Katarina Hartmuth, Zurich, Switzerland. Female finisher, 2 tickets. She ran last year.
Katarina did very well at Hardrock last year, and Katarina is coming in as another one of the special consideration picks. And so it'll be very, very fun to see how Katarina does. She absolutely fell in love with Silverton, Colorado, and I think a lot of Silverton, Colorado fell in love with her. So it's going to be great to see her back in those mountains.
For sure. Welcome back. Bill Geist, Los Alamos, New Mexico. Welcome, Bill. Bill just had, I hope he's okay with me sharing this, surgery on his Achilles. So this will be his comeback. So welcome.
It will.
Welcome, Bill. Super stoked for you, man.
Very excited
hopefully
for
you're
you,
coming
Bill.
to the party tonight. If you're not, then I'll drive over to your house.
And if you do, and I happen to be on the wait list, watch your back, Bill. Nathan Rhodes, Asheville, North Carolina, male Never with 2 tickets. Congrats, Nathan. Really excited for you to make your way from North Carolina to Silverton, Colorado, and show us what you've got on the course in the San Juans. Awkward silence.
Awkward silence. Well, we're just hesitantly waiting.
I know. The anticipation is really killing me. I know my son, at least one of my kids is watching. One of my sons has been mentioning things in the chat.
Brief update. Male Nevers 46 of 63, male finishers 38 of 51, female Nevers 14 of 19, and female finishers 10 of 13.
And we have another
Zach
male finisher. Yeah. Zach from Golden, come on down. You get to be another opportunity to run Hardrock. 8 tickets in the male finishers category.
Matt Hawkins, male Never, 128.
Awesome, Matt. Excited for you to come from Tennessee and get your first chance to run Hardrock.
Elise Lapierre, Richmond, Vermont, female Never, 8 tickets.
Absolutely. 8 tickets is enough for Elisa. Congrats. Yeah, we've got a few more. Michael Wardian.
Mike Wardian coming back.
Very excited to have Mike come back to Hardrock. Awesome guy.
We've got Anna Frost coming in to join us and read off some picks. So welcome to the live stream, Anna.
Scott Martin came in just there as a Never,
Anna.
By the way.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm early.
That's okay. Now, if my figuring is correct, this is winter in Colorado, which means you're in New Zealand.
Yes. Summer.
Menon Bohar from France. We don't know the city, but a female never with 1 ticket just got picked. We do have some detail. Do you know Manon, by the way, Anna?
I do not.
Okay. She was the winner at the 2024 Diagonale des Fous.
Okay.
Also won the 2023 Madeira Island, and was third at the Long Trail Championships. So a real contender coming. Yeah,
that's awesome. Looks like we got a pretty stout field so far this year. That's fantastic.
Did you see we got another male finisher drawn there, Dan?
Yeah, Jay Hunt.
Jay Hunt
you,
from Gunnison. Alexandre Bouchot from Saint-Mandé, France, a male never with 16 tickets. Anybody whose name you're particularly looking for, Anna?
Well, I have to say I did just wake up, so I haven't had a thorough look at the list yet. But any women that get on there, I'm all about, obviously. Martina Valmasoy, has she been picked already? I didn't see her. Has she been picked? She would be a 1 ticket only.
I have not seen her name yet. If I
No.
remember.
Larry Pearson did just get picked, though, a male finisher from Texas, and then Luke Steens from Lasne, Belgium. Luke is our latest never to get in.
Yeah.
Gavin McKenzie, who got picked about 5 or 10 ago, he was one of my paces in the first year that I did it, so that's fun.
Awesome. That's great. So will you return the favor? Will you pace him?
Yeah, if I can run that far and fast anymore. Seems like a lifetime ago, when you're out of the game.
We're gonna bring in Stephanie Case as well with Anna. So Stephanie, welcome to the show.
Hopefully we can slow down or pause the name drawing because they keep coming. Brian Melia from Grange over Sands, United Kingdom, a male never with 64 tickets just got picked. So congrats,
Stephanie,
Brian.
how's it going?
Hi, Stephanie.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, thank you.
So Stephanie, you've already had the baby, so you started training like immediately.
Well, it's been 4 weeks. This is Pepper. She's feeding right now.
Oh, hi, Pepper.
Yeah. So we'll have to see how it goes. I just was able to start sitting down 2 weeks ago. So I need to first figure out how to sneeze and cough without peeing
Do the
myself.
basics. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get up to running.
Running's a safe place for that.
That's true. And sitting down is not really encouraged during races. So
no, I'm ready. I'm ready for Hardrock.
Congrats on getting in, and congrats on the newborn. It's awesome.
Thanks. It's gonna be, by the time I race, it'll be 3 years. Because it's been a long journey to make this little one. So it'll be a big comeback. But
yeah,
I'm excited for the challenge. Yeah.
We talked about when your name was put up. We talked about the fact that you had a deferral due to the pregnancy policy. Do you want to talk just for a second about what that policy is and how it came about?
Yeah, well, there was actually a great policy in place before this year, where if you were pregnant and you got in the lottery, you were able to defer for up to 3 years. But actually, there were just some unintended challenges to actually be able to take advantage of that policy, because you would have to requalify again in many cases, which is quite hard to do unless you had Hardrock as your qualifier, which lasts for more years than other races. And just looking at how this space has developed and what other races have done, and kind of extending considerations for all different types of parents, we realized we needed to update the policy. So this year, the Hardrock board, which I was fortunate enough to join, updated the policy. So now we've got a pretty generous parental leave policy that allows for deferrals for 5 years. There's different considerations depending on what type of parent you are, but it does allow for all different types of parents, whether you give birth, whether you're a woman, whether you're a man whose partner has given birth, whether you're adopting. So it's pretty exciting to see that come to play, because you don't know how things are going to go. And how long it will take to come back. And we want to make sure at Hardrock that everyone gets the opportunity to run if they happen to get one of these coveted spots in the event. So I'm quite grateful that I was able to use my deferral is actually from 2 years ago when I was pregnant, and then unfortunately lost the baby in a miscarriage. And so now I'm finally taking advantage of it right after my baby has born. And yeah, I mean, I hope I'll be able to to finish the race, but I think it'll also show how hard it is to come back from giving birth. You don't just bounce back. The last time I ran Hardrock, I was second, and I'm not planning on getting anywhere near the top the next time I run, especially looking at the caliber of women who've already gotten in this year.
That's awesome. Congrats, Stephanie.
We've also had some fantastic men that have gotten in, and the first one, as a special consideration, picked Zach Miller, whose name just went up. So I think in the other room, I think they're starting to draw names again. So we're going to have to say goodbye to Stephanie and to Anna. Thank you both for coming on and chatting with us. I'm sure we're going to see both of you in Silverton. Zach, by the way, is Zach was UTMB second place in 2023. Barbara Ulmer, former podcast episode guest. We're excited to have Barbara come back, female finisher with 6 tickets.
Chris, we're gonna keep Anna with us.
Good.
Yeah, while we roll.
My apologies
we'll let her
I did not. Anna, please don't hate me. I wasn't trying
to have to run Chris over.
It's all right.
It just gets
I was
on
going
a
to
roll.
say anyway.
Oh.
Josh Fuller from Jackson, Wyoming, and Wayne McGilvery from Rim Forest, California. A male finisher, Josh, and a male never, Wayne. We'll see.
Joshua Anderson from Hygiene, Colorado. There's a joke there somewhere, but I can't figure it out.
Male finisher, Joshua, coming back. David Ayla from Bozeman, Montana. A male never with 64 tickets.
I think it's going to be exciting to see Zach run the Hardrock course after the surgery that he had to have right before the race last year, the run
Poor
last
timing.
year.
Yeah.
Poor timing for that, but it'll be great to see him back in the San Juans and hopefully give Hardrock the shot it deserves. So I can't wait to see him out there on the course. We'll probably have to have him on the podcast again. In the comments, they're saying David is the I'm Tough winner. So congrats, David, on getting into Hardrock. It'll be great to see out there.
Maria Liao from Quezon City, Philippines. A female never with 64 tickets. I think that's the second runner from the Philippines we've seen.
Mark Vogel, Lander, Wyoming, male finisher, 4 tickets.
Excited to have Mark coming back.
What is the most tickets? Oh my gosh, is it that one? 512.
We saw 1,024 male ticket.
We did.
From Australia.
Matthew McCancher, a male never from Chicago, and then Robert Montgomery from Carson City, Nevada. 2 male nevers, one with 512 tickets, one with 8. All you need is one.
Whitney Mickelson, female finisher, 3 tickets. Congrats, Whitney, from Salt Lake City. Yep.
Dendion Deluvieux Scott from Lander, female never getting in. Congrats, Dendion. Or it could be Dandelion, I suppose, but I'm giving it a French pronunciation. Terry Miller, welcome back. Denver, Colorado, male finisher.
Jermaine Grandier, Isola? Is that a
Isola 2000? Yeah, it's from France. This is the 2023 Diagonal des Fous second place, UTMB second, Transvolcania 5th. Jermaine is a real contender on the male side, and it'll be exciting to see how things stack up toward the front between Jermaine and Zach and anybody else that fancies their chances to run up there.
Apparently, Chris, the English pronunciation
Dandelion.
was yeah. There you go.
Dandelion. My apologies, Dandelion.
Honestly, with Jermaine,
right.
Ludo and Zach, it's going to be.
You take this one. You take this one, Dan.
Alan Smith, Estes Park, Colorado. Male finisher with 7 tickets. Congrats, Alan. Ken Ebner, West Columbia, South Carolina. Congrats on getting in. Male, 64 tickets. Nice work.
Absolutely. Garrett Christensen from Berkeley, California. Male finisher with 7 tickets. Just a few names left in that male finisher.
What gets you excited about Hardrock and seeing people with their, hey, Kyle Curtin, male never, 64.
Oh, yay. Kyle's in.
Yay.
That's exciting.
Well, he
excites me.
ran the Colorado Trail this year and absolutely smashed the record.
That's from here.
Great.
That was about Kyle getting in.
Brian Schumann from Laramie, Wyoming, male finisher with 5 tickets. There are just 3 names left in the male finishers pool. I'm not nervous at all.
Oh, hush. Remember, everybody, don't feel sorry for Chris in the summer.
Josh Gilbert, a male never, 128 tickets. Congrats. 3 names left in the male never lottery.
There's 3 in each, isn't there?
1 left in the female finishers lottery, and there it is. Jackie Fritsch coming back from Ouray, Colorado. Jackie had an amazing finish last year, and she was the last name for the finishers lottery, female finishers lottery. Andrew Barney coming back, a male finisher from American Fork, Utah. Andrew, really excited for you to come back. We're almost done with each of our lotteries.
Nice work. Garth Reeder, Los Alamos, New Mexico, 128 tickets. Congrats, Garth, on getting in. Been a journey, so congrats to Garth, another Los Alamite.
That's great. That's great.
Matt Hagen, Seattle, Washington.
Matt Hagen, another male finisher. Really excited to see Matt come back. Good guy, and we will see who the last. Mathieu Blanchard from Les Deux Alpes, France. Mathieu was UTMB 3rd place, Western States 6th place, Marathon des Sables 3rd place, a real contender up there. Mathieu, I think we'll be looking to do something special.
Stacked field on both sides. Absolutely amazing.
It will. Yeah.
And as we go into the final picks, any words of wisdom for those who do or don't get picked here in the coming seconds?
Well, I think, you can come to Hardrock anyway and be part of the race, be part of the scene, whether you're in the race or not. There's so much to do. There's so much help that's needed. Course marking, volunteering.
Okay,
you want to say?
Uhu is the last female never to be drawn. Joel Anderson is the last male finisher to be drawn. We just have one more name to be drawn in our regular lotteries, and it's going to be a male never.
Jason Steinberg.
Jason Steinberg.
32 tickets. Congrats, Jason, on getting in there.
Yeah.
With that, I think we're full, right?
We are full. We are full.
We're going to start pulling waitlist name now. So congrats to all of those who have been selected. Again, like Chris says, Hardrock is Silverton is where Hardrockers belong in the summer. I'm going to continue to mess that up until it's not pre-recorded. So congrats to everybody.
Congrats to everybody. Remember these first few names for each of the wait lists. You should be training because, there's a chance that we'll go a few. David Koblenz is in the other room. He's going to be number 1 on the male finishers wait list. So everybody in Los Alamos, watch your backs if you got in, because David wants that spot guaranteed. I saw Tina Uri
Well, watch that
is
Achilles. Dave might be hiding in the bushes.
he might indeed. So I think these names are going to come pretty quickly.
Yep. Anna, do you have anything else that you want to tell the crowd while the wait lists are rolling? We're not going to read off all the wait list names that are popping up now. So is there anything that you want to add for people to know or to, be excited about for the coming summer?
Yeah, well, I think, how you were saying there's people on the wait list, like those wait lists, they do move. And that is quite a big, exciting part to just have Hardrock as your training as a goal anyway, even if you're on that wait list, and arriving to Silverton in either form beforehand to come and play and enjoy. You can do like a soft rock around the course, you can stay in the hotels around and just choose some of your favorite parts of it. There's lots of ways to be involved with Hardrock. I know it must be very frustrating for some people that have had 1,000 tickets, but keep trying, because it will be your turn eventually.
Yeah,
it's
it
worth
will
the
indeed.
wait.
It is worth the wait. And we know a lot of people have waited a long time. There are a lot of other great hundreds out there too. So give them some love. Yeah, give them some love. So very excited. Looks like I'm going to have some fun on the live stream during Hardrock with you, Dan.
Yeah, we'll be doing some announcing. We'll be live in the gym. Hopefully, come race day, and we'll get some good banter going back and forth. Maybe we'll wear matching outfits. Just to twinsies.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's going to be a great time. It's fun to volunteer. I mean, it's a really great time out there. So,
well, I think you learn different parts of 100 mile. When you're watching someone do a 100 mile, you learn different things about how you would do it or not. What looked like a good transition in the aid stations, what doesn't. You can learn so much by just being out there pacing, watching. I mean, pacing's hard enough if you don't get dropped. Those top guys, one year they all dropped their paces. So if you're a good runner and you want to be there and you want to learn about Hardrock, go and pace one of those quick guys or girls.
Yeah, true, for sure. And I want to thank you so much for
You're
coming
welcome.
on. We're going to bring Dale on here. And we just
Oh.
super grateful for you coming on here and everything you've done for the Hardrock community. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, Hardrock's been the same for me as well. So thank you, Hardrock. Well, good luck, you guys, for the rest of the day.
Thanks. Hey, Dale.
Bye.
Hey.
Bye,
How's it
Dale.
going? Hi, Frosty.
Hi, Hi, Dale. Bye, Dale.
Okay, I guess we're not going to talk with Frosty, huh? Yeah.
Just you, man. What are you most excited about for this summer, Dale?
Well, I think a couple of things. What I think, we haven't run the numbers yet, but I think it's really exciting that we are seeing so many of the people with high ticket counts really finally being able to realize their dream and come. The 128s and the 256s, and the fact I think I'm sitting here next to Mark Ovison, our lottery coordinator, and I believe all of our 1024s got in. Is that? We're after confirmation. So I think that's really exciting, that some of these people have been waiting for many years get a chance to participate. I think we've got some very fast and interesting people at the front of the field, which will make it very interesting. So all in all, I'm really pleased with the way this went. I want to thank both of you too or all three of you now, Brian and Chris and Dan, for really kind of shepherding this project along. I thought it went really well.
Brian, if you want to unhide yourself and come on, you're more than welcome to.
Yay!
There he is.
Yeah.
Congrats, buddy. Super happy for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, definitely. We had a lot of foreign entrants in this year, which was amazing. A lot of various people getting in from across the world, which was really fun to see. Waitlist really cruising through now on the list there. Lots of people popping off the waitlist, which is awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if people saw this or not, but we actually had, in terms of the lottery, the highest number of people who've actually applied. I think Chris, you mentioned this, and then just the worldwide appeal of Hardrock. 75 countries were represented in the lottery, which is just huge. And so that was cool. And then for the first time ever, we actually had at least one lottery applicant from every state in the United States, plus Washington, D.C. So it definitely was a wide array of people.
Yeah, definitely awesome to see. What was the vibe like there at the
bunker?
Gordon House, at the bunker? Yeah,
At
in
the
the bunker.
Well, Mark and I and Kurt Coonrider were here kind of monitoring the things. So I heard periodically cheers and things like that. But we were kind of sequestered right next to Chris and making sure everything went smoothly. And it did. So we're really happy.
That's really great.
Yeah.
Super excited for another summer in the San Juans.
There you go.
Really, really excited to be out there. Hey, cool. Shannon Howell's on the female never wait list. That's awesome. She's from East Coast. Just scrolling back up here. Sorry, guys. I didn't have it up there. Wait lists are filling up now. Looks like we're just clicking through things. So we'll if anybody has any other remarks, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show. I can't hear Chris. So yeah, great having you on, Dale. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks
Chris,
again,
great.
guys. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Dan.
Great as always. We'll see you
everyone.
guys tonight. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Okay.